In what may be an unsurprising move to anyone following his Twitter feed, Tesla CEO Elon Musk decided this week to make public all of the data his company has collected on the driving habits of Tesla owners. The decision came after Musk tweeted that he expected the government would crack down on his company for doing so, but that he had given Tesla free rein to release all of its data. Musk believes that this information should be in the public domain, and not kept proprietary by Tesla or other auto manufacturers in the industry. Tesla CEO Elon Musk recently made headlines when he warned that a massive file of data from Twitter users could lead to a nefarious government backlash. Musk's prediction comes in the wake of several recent high-profile data breaches, including those of Sony, Target, and Equifax. The file, which includes the tweets of over 100 million users, was released last month by an anonymous hacker. Since then, many have voiced concerns that the data could be used by governments or other organizations for malicious purposes. Musk's comments come as the debate over how to protect personal data continues to rage on. In his tweet, Musk stated, "Anyone releasing 100+ million user data sets of any kind is asking for trouble. The government will come down hard on whoever is responsible." Musk went on to note that such a release could potentially lead to unintended consequences for innocent people. Given the recent rise in cybersecurity threats and the prevalence of data breaches, Musk's warning should be taken seriously. While it remains to be seen what the ultimate fallout from this massive data dump will be, Musk's comments serve as a reminder that we must remain vigilant in protecting our data from misuse. What is the data dump? Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, recently made headlines with his warning of a possible nefarious government backlash over a recent Twitter data dump. The data dump in question involves over 6 million tweets, including Musk's own account, which were collected and released by Twitter on April 2nd. The purpose of the data dump is to provide researchers and developers with an unprecedented level of access to Twitter data. However, due to the sheer size and scope of the data dump, there is growing concern that governments may use it for their own surveillance purposes. Musk has called out this potential misuse of the data dump, arguing that it could be used by authoritarian regimes to track political dissidents. He tweeted that the public should be concerned about the data dump and how it will be used by powerful actors with nefarious intentions. Indeed, some experts have raised the alarm about the potential for governments to use the Twitter data dump to target political dissidents and minority groups. The fear is that governments will use the data to identify individuals who are critical of their policies and regimes, and then take action against them. At this point, it is unclear exactly what will come from the Twitter data dump. It remains to be seen whether governments will actually take advantage of the data or if it will simply remain a tool for research and development. Regardless, it is important that we remain vigilant about how our data is used and make sure it is not abused for malicious purposes. Why does Musk expect a government response? Tesla CEO Elon Musk has predicted that the recent Twitter data dump will be met with a nefarious government response. The data dump includes millions of tweets from accounts linked to Saudi Arabia and Russia, which have been accused of using bots to interfere in the 2016 U.S. presidential election. In an interview with podcast host Joe Rogan, Musk said he believed the U.S. government would try to shut down websites that disseminate the data, as well as those who try to access it. He argued that the U.S. government has done this in the past in an effort to suppress information. Musk's comments come at a time when tech giants like Google, Facebook, and Twitter are under increased scrutiny for their roles in the 2016 election interference. These companies have come under fire for not doing enough to prevent malicious actors from using their platforms for nefarious purposes. The Twitter data dump is a reminder that Silicon Valley's biggest companies have yet to properly address the issue of election interference. As Musk pointed out, if governments attempt to suppress information related to the data dump, then it may set a dangerous precedent for future attempts to control public discourse. It remains to be seen what the U.S. government's response to the data dump will be, but one thing is clear: Elon Musk believes it won't be good. What could the government do in response? As Tesla CEO Elon Musk warned, the release of a massive data dump of all of his tweets could trigger an unexpected response from governments around the world. This could lead to various regulations or laws designed to prevent similar actions in the future. The most obvious response would be a law that would limit individuals' ability to post certain types of content. For example, governments might decide to limit the type of speech people are allowed to post on social media platforms, or limit the number of posts someone can make in a certain period of time. Another possible response is that companies like Twitter and Facebook would be forced to strengthen their moderation protocols, as well as impose penalties for users who violate the terms of service. In addition, governments could use the data dump to identify and target individual users who post controversial content. While this would violate the freedom of speech, it would be a powerful tool for those looking to silence their opposition. Furthermore, governments could also use the data dump to more effectively target and censor content, which could have a chilling effect on public discourse. Ultimately, it remains to be seen what kind of response governments will take in reaction to Elon Musk's Twitter file dump. Whatever happens, one thing is certain: this event has highlighted the need for better regulation of online content and stronger enforcement of existing laws. In conclusion, Tesla CEO Elon Musk has warned of a potential government response to the recent Twitter data dump. He believes that the government could take action in a potentially nefarious way due to the sensitive information exposed. While it is difficult to predict what kind of action could be taken, it is clear that the data dump has raised some serious questions and concerns. We will have to wait and see what happens in the near future. Until then, we can only hope that this data dump does not lead to any negative consequences for those involved.